Hi, welcome back to channel TrainStation 2. Alright, gonna prepare for the last competition. As I mentioned in the previous video, I'm going to share how do I prepare for the competition itself. So that's it. As usual, most importantly is really you got to prepare for all the 6 core factories and fill them all to the brim, and then remove all the items from the warehouse and only store your event items in the warehouse as much as possible. The rest of the items, you just got to put them into your core factories. You have 6 of them, and if you have already fully upgrade all of them, you should have 6 output trays which act as your additional warehouse spacing. So that not all, the 6 additional which basically act as your completed products warehouse spacing. And once you put all the 6 items there, you will store production, and you will have basically one into the production, but you wouldn't be able to produce because you have stopped production. And then you still have 5 more, the input tray, which you can actually place all the raw materials per se. Once you have cancelled the order, you can get back the raw materials. That is also a way how you can manage using additional spacing by having all these factories. So that's it. For example, if you want to store timber and nails, you should store order to make a chair. So if you cancel the order of the chair, you will get back your timber and nails. So that's how it works. Of course, if you have sofa, you get 3 items stored by just having one sofa converted back. But in order for you to convert back the so-called order back to raw materials, you must have space in the warehouse. Otherwise, you cannot cancel order. The error message will be warehouse full. So that is generally how it works. So you gotta really plan well. You cannot have all the same items. If you have a factory that produce a few items, that takes a while. I would normally produce maybe 2 or 3 items of the longest period and put them in the output tray, so that would eliminate time if I really need to produce. But if you are in the smelting plant, the only thing you got to produce would be copper, because steel you can grab direct from the steel factory. So it's really important. You should complete all the factory jobs in every single region, so you can grab, like for example, steel, gasoline, or flour as such. So that's really timber as well. These are all the things that you need not produce and store in your warehouse or in your factories itself. So that is really something that I will normally not produce because I can get them direct from the factories, right? So there's a lot of thinking in terms of understanding every single product line, what the components are made up of, so as to best optimal storage. I would say you should store like sofas, because in the input tray, the sofas can convert back into 3 items. There is also like for example, if you have a plastic chair, you're actually storing 200 of those plastics. All right, so that's generally how you work. Okay, so besides creating all the produce in all these common factories, you should really focus on getting all the produce, so-called the event items, which you have fulfilled all the ship requirement here in the Seaport event. So you can get all the Seaport items and put them in your warehouse. I would say that sometimes I'm quite tempted to send them to the sailors to grab a few more coins here and there. If you could, by all means. Otherwise, I'll urge you to first focus on building that inventory of the event items. So at the same time, coins collection are equally important. You really need a constant income so as to upgrade your trains. So they are really expensive to upgrade because besides parts, you need a lot of coins. So in this Seaport event, if you're after past region trains, yes, this is the key to it. If you are not in need of past region trains, actually you can exchange for coins as well. So that is something else. Alright, you can see there, warehouse full message is always irritant to me. I really need to see how I can fit in the finished products and and I'm going to collect all those seaport items. I'm going to sacrifice some of this produce because I'm just checking to make sure I can use up some of the raw materials to produce some items. Yeah, like I said, I'm quite tempted, and I'm just going to do that so I can remove some of the event items in my warehouse, and then creating space to collect another set of event items here. Alright, so we got one more set to do, which are the plastics. But again, warehouse is always an issue, so we really got to work a bit more in releasing some of the unwanted items here. So yep, maybe set aside the plastics first, and then try to remove items that is unwanted. As I said, the easy way out is to throw away items, but you gotta really think which are the items you want to throw. I'll always throw away those that are unused or so-called unable to be used, or very small quantities. They are actually eating up your warehouse spaces. So with that, we should, yeah, we did it, and we should get extra 125 space, and now we should be able to see how much more we can squeeze in before we call it a day, because we still got a couple of hours in a way to try to prepare for all this, the last Seaport event. 6 more hours to go. Seaport event is already a short one. I wish it could go longer, otherwise it's very difficult to get back to all the past region trains. The other way to get past region trains is really to spend all the precious gems that you have. But again, I urge you to make full use of this Seaport event and get a lot of these coins to exchange for good trains. So really, you appreciate Seaport event a lot. As I mentioned, Seaport event, there was once that was really long and really got a lot of containers out of it, and I'm so glad that happened. But unfortunately, it's not always something that the developer will do that, because they would lose a lot of revenue by having a very long Seaport event, because a lot of people are actually spending actual money to buy gems and then use the gems to buy all region trains. If you ask me, is there any purpose of getting all region trains? Not really, in a way, besides the fact that it's for collection, and sometimes during certain events they may ask you to get previous regions trains to deliver, but normally they will only require the latest region plus one previous region. They wouldn't be asking, like for example, I'm in region 5, they ask you for region 1 and 2. No. But why am I doing that? To collect region 1 and 2 missing trains. It's just part and parcel of playing this game. When you play this game, it's not only for planning, but you love trains collection, so just want to fulfill that dream, I think. So that's it. In order to fulfill that dream, is through Seaport event. Do not spend extra gems to get them, because they doesn't help you in your game itself. If you ask me, what should you be focusing then? If you really want, is really your previous immediate previous region trains, okay, and your current region trains. So that is the priority. But if you already have fulfilled all the previous region trains, then actually you can start collecting your old region trains, which I'm doing right now. So after I learned this quite late, in only in region 3, then I realized I shouldn't be rushing in playing TrainStation 2, because it's not a game for you to rush to level up, because the higher you go, the tougher it is. Actually, enjoy more of the game in the early regions, and with a very strong foundation of a strong warehouse, which you can bring forward into the future, is only your warehouse spacing. Whereas for trains, it will just retain as where they are. In future, you may not need your region 1, 2 and 3 trains. You will need, probably like myself now in 5, I will need 4. So but the warehouse would be something that you can use it in the cumulative basis. So your first priority is always to build your warehouse itself. Alright, so I wish you really good luck in this last event competition itself, and after that I believe the US revolution should start quite soon. If not, probably they'll throw in another 1 or 2 mini events before the start of the the European Revolution event. Hoping that the developer can announce that soon. Alright, again, good luck, and thank you for watching this video. Share me your thoughts or questions if you have. Goodbye.